People ask me all the time. They say to me, what is the secret to success?
Well, this is basically a part of the series we start from S to S. We call it like a struggle to success. And this is the first episode we are going to shoot today.
The truth is, trust yourself.
It's more about the motivational discussions we're going to have today.
I always listen to myself and said, yes, you can.
So manual therapy is not something that was offered in India at the time. Either I had to go to America or Australia or United Kingdom. There was a huge steep learning curve. But it was a struggle, but nonetheless we all went through, and then the second semester we got used to it. All of them are all in India and they're all in Hyderabad, and I'm the only one who flew the nest and came to United Kingdom.
Excellent. Mr. Kishore.
Hi, I'm Kishore. I'm from Hyderabad in India. I came to UK in 2005 to pursue my master's degree. It hasn't been an easy journey. Student life in any country, let alone UK, is quite challenging for somebody coming to a different country for the first time. Apart from the culture shock and the new learning experience and lifestyle changes, food, accommodation, everything can be challenging. And however, I managed to pull through and never let any of these difficulties come in the way of my studies. Now I am working in Scotland in the NHS. I work in the NHS full-time as a team lead, physiotherapist, and I also work a few hours in the evening privately. I live in Scotland with my family, my wife and my 5-year-old daughter.
Now we are going to talk to Mr. Kishore today to talk about his journey and if there is something we can learn or we can convey a message.
Hello everyone, my name is Kishore. I'm originally from Hyderabad in India, and I came to Scotland, UK in 2005, and most of my family, nearly all of them are in India. We have 5 children to our parents, of course, and we have 2 sets of twins, and then I have an elder sister. All of them are in Hyderabad in India, and I'm the only one who came over to UK to do my masters and then started working here.
Do you live with your family here?
Yes, of course. I have a wife, Shweta, and one daughter, beautiful daughter, and it's Adya, who's here. You can see in the background.
Adya is very beautiful, adorable, and she's 5 years old.
She's 5 years old and started primary school.
Excellent.
Last year, yes.
Kishore ji, aap hame batao, when did you come to UK and what did you study here and how you end up to Scotland here?
Yes, certainly. So it was 2005. I came to UK to do my master's degree in Sheffield. The university is Sheffield Hallam University, and after my master's degree, I was applying for jobs everywhere, and one of the jobs that I applied for wasn't in Finland.
Kishore ji, when did you come to UK? Was there a PSW at that time as well?
There was no scheme as such, but there was work permit scheme. And if your employer thought that you're needed, then they would apply for a work permit.
So you won't get any sort of like a post-study work permit?
But there wasn't any at the time.
Okay,
there was Tier 1, Tier 2 schemes there at the time.
Okay.
And but work permit was also a possibility, and I got 5 years work permit at the time.
All right. Okay.
And I was the last candidate because once I got the work permit at the end of the month, the scheme closed. So I was very lucky to get through.
Yeah, you boarded the last train.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Right, okay. So you came as a student and then you switched your student visa.
Yes.
And you applied for Tier 1 General.
No, there wasn't a Tier 1 General. Luckily what happened was the visa that I got was for 2 years.
Okay.
Because my course was a bit longer at the time.
Sure.
So they gave visa for 2 years. And within that time I managed to get the job, otherwise I would have to, go back to India had I not got the job.
Oh, I see.
Or looked at other schemes of Tier 1 and Tier 2 qualifications, eligibility criteria to see if I was eligible.
How was your student life? I mean, was there any struggle? How did you pay your fees? I know you had a scholarship as well.
Yes.
And let me tell you here, Kishore actually applied for the uni, and he was the only one.
Only one scholarship.
Only one guy from India had a scholarship.
And yes.
So how was it? Just tell a little bit, like in your words.
Yes, what happened was like I went through an agency called Study Overseas in Hyderabad. So they mentioned that there is a scheme if you want to apply, and I actually missed the deadline to send it through them. So they said you can still send it directly through by your own, post and everything to Delhi. So I took a chance and sent it, and thankfully they got the application on time. After 3-4 weeks, the university came back to me saying, we have, like the statement of purpose that you have written to us, and we would like to offer you the scholarship, which is half of the course.
Almost a 50% fee.
50%, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the other half was a loan, which my father helped me to get, and then we came to the UK. So it was a great help not to have that burden of paying the student loan. But still, it wasn't an easy way, as you all know. So students, of course, are always looking for ways to save money and doing some part-time jobs.
Yeah, and you have some restrictions to only
of course,
work
you don't want to,
48 hours or something like that.
I didn't want to jeopardize my first semester because UK education system is completely different. So you have to get used to the assessment and exam system here.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I really would like to highlight here, when you come to UK, UK study system is very different, and Kishore, I think, going to be explain a little bit more about it. I mean, you have to do some assessments. How was your experience? How did you find it difficult?
It is. When I actually in India, you're so used to reading textbooks and then sitting and writing exams for 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
But here, when I thought you have all your material, you only have to submit assignments. I thought it would be a very easy job.
Right.
But trust me, it is not. So easy. It's up to you to select a topic, and then you completely know the ins and outs of that particular topic that you're on. But it's not easy to submit an assignment because you need to have studied all the latest research evidence and everything.
Yeah.
And when you write it, the whoever is looking at your assignment will clearly know whether you have done the basic research or not.
Yeah, it has to be your own language because you cannot copy anything, right?
Plagiarism, as they call it, is a very big thing, and they don't like you copying anybody's work. You can paraphrase it and then do it, but still it is a huge learning curve, which was not very easy in the first semester especially. But it got easier gradually. There's a lot of support from the lecturers as well at the time. They're very good at supporting you, especially if you only have to ask. And all my lecturers were very helpful, and that made a huge difference as well. What happened was it was 3 or 4 of our friends. We shared a house. It was a 3-bedroom house, and the rent was around £500 if I can remember exactly, approximately. And we used to share it, so it wasn't much, but then still you had to do 2 days of part-time work. Right. The weekends, I used to do it only at the weekends, like Friday night and Saturday night. And I used to work in a Cadbury factory.
Okay.
So it was a very manual job, but I quite enjoyed it. Unfortunately, they were not manufacturing dairy milk, which I thought they would. It was a huge disappointment when I learned that they make jelly babies, licorice, and all the things that I don't eat. But yeah, it paid my bills at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course.
And I didn't want to work too much to jeopardize my studies. So, yes.
Okay, well, I think you need to really balance yourself. You are allowed to work 20 hours, and the 20 hours is basically for your uni to study.
Yes.
And of course, you spend more time on your research when you do your assignments.
Of course, yes.
So if somebody is coming to UK or is already in the UK, so really you have to balance. You might have to work a little harder. Because 20 hours sometimes is not enough to pay your bills and to your fees as well. No, everybody will get a scholarship. So Kishore was lucky in that case.
That was totally coincidental. I was planning on going to America to work there, and the paperwork was taking time. So I thought, in the meantime, I'll look for jobs and work here. And one of the jobs that I applied for was in Dunfermline in Scotland and close to Edinburgh. And I came here for the interview, and lo and behold, I got offered the job.
Excellent.
So that's how I never thought I would, be in this town, and that was in 2007, and this is 2020, and I'm still here.
Excellent. So Kishore is working for National Health Services,
Yes.
NHS, which is the government entity here.
Yes.
And he works as a physiotherapist.
What I do is basically I started as a senior physio, they call it, and now it is all called banding, like we have a band 7 physiotherapist, and I work as a team lead now, managing a small team, but I work in a GP practices, and I work between 2 GP practices. And I also do some work in the hospital here in the orthopedic clinics.
Okay.
So I deal with neck and shoulder conditions, and I can order MRI scans, do joint injections, and assess and analyze patients here mostly.
Do you also do anything apart from your job as well, or any private practice or something like that?
Of course, yes. Nearly 6 years ago, in the evenings I started to work in a private clinic, just for a few hours in the evenings on the weekdays. And I deal with many conditions like sports injuries and shoulder and back problems, knee problems, everything.
So you go to your private clinic after you finish your job?
After I finish the NHS, just for a few hours.
Right, okay. So 2 hours every day or?
Nearly, yes, yeah. So it varies sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. So if I don't get any appointment in NHS, then I can come straight to you. Right.
Trust me, the treatment will not be any different, it will be the same. It goes through phases. Like when I came in 2005, there were quite a lot of Indian students, coming to study. And of course, there was an incentive to work as well at the time because of the various visa schemes. Unfortunately, over a period of time, gradually what happened is so they started closing the visa system for non-European Union students. So that means there were hardly any students. So. And which means we are struggling to recruit physios now in the UK. In our own trust where I am working at the moment, we are working at 30% less capacity. So there are jobs, but there are not many physios, unfortunately. So hopefully with the Brexit happening now and they're introducing the new point-based system, that is the plan anyway of this new this government. So that means it is open for all qualified people to try again to come and work. Okay. Not only physios, there's a huge demand for nursing and doctors and any specialists to come and work in the UK, be it even maths teachers or electrical jobs, electrical engineering. So there are many specialities that I think so can try and come to UK now with the new point-based system.
Yeah, the new point-based system. I think they have also introduced a post-study work permit, which is going to be started from September 2021.
That's right. Yeah.
So, do you think there is quite opportunities for them
Definitely.
as a student or as a full-time?
At least a 2-year post-study work permit should be a good incentive for people to at least earn their money back what they have spent on their masters, because year on year the masters course fees have gone up by £1,000 nearly from when I started to now. So at least if they have an opportunity to work here for 2 years at least, I'm sure that is a good incentive to draw so many students back to studying in the UK again.
Right, okay. What you would like to suggest to our new students who are going to come here, wish to come to UK for any studies, like any suggestions for them?
Certainly. So first you need to be clear in what you want to study and look up all the universities. There's a lot of information online. I think if you go, you only have to go online to get all the information, and feel free to contact your course administrators or organizers. It is very important to know what you're getting into, because I have seen students who just applied for a course and then realize that is not actually what what they're expecting the content wise. So it's very, very vital that you do your background research first. Why do you want to come to? And then you have to, of course, make sure that you have all your English language requirements fulfilled.
Sure.
And the university that you're going to, if you know anybody who already went to that university or already studying, is a current student there, they can give you a lot more information as well.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. But your course leaders always are there to help.
Right. Well, if you come to, I really want to highlight something here. If when you come to UK and you find yourself into a wrong course, there are some procedure and some process to be followed if you want to change your course, but you have to really justify why you want to change your course.
Right.
And there are some complications as well. If your course is like more than your visa duration, then you have to really get your visa extended? If it's less, it has to be reduced
That
as
actually,
well.
that's a good point. That actually happened to me because most of the traditional masters are only 1 year. My course, unfortunately, was slightly longer because of the placements that are attached with it. So I had to send the visa back again with a letter from the university saying that this is a longer course, so I need the visa extended. So the British Embassy in India extended my visa to 2 years from 1 year.
I see. Shorji, आपका जो weekly schedule है, it seems to be very very busy because you do your NHS job in the morning and then you have your private clinic in the evening as well.
Yes, yeah.
How you manage to spend time with your family, or what you do over the weekend as well?
This weekend is the only time where you spend most of your try to make the most of it. So that means it is always a bit difficult to balance your work and life. But still, we try to go out. So I quite like outdoors. So when the weather is nice, we go out for walks and enjoy the beautiful scenery in Scotland outdoors. Activities, walking, cycling. I quite like cycling, so I'm on the bike whenever I get a chance, and my daughter as well. And
I heard that you like bowling as well.
Yes.
Do you do bowling?
Of course, yes. We do go regularly, not regular whenever time permitting. So we enjoy bowling as well. And
who is more competitor in your family? Is like you always win, or your daughter or wife?
Well, yes, my wife is getting there slowly. She's she was behind, but then now she's a bit of practice. I think she's slowly catching up.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
And do you take your daughter for something as well over the weekend?
Of course, at the weekends. I mean, I want her to get into any activities if we can, and swimming is particularly something that she enjoys, and we're planning on getting her into other classes as well, possibly like a dance class.
That's excellent, Mr. Kishore. Would you like to give any message to our viewers?
Sure, definitely. UK is definitely, and Scotland especially, is a beautiful country and place to work. If you decide to come and study, I would say definitely please give it a try. And I'm sure you'll enjoy living and working here. It's a beautiful country, and if you put your heart and mind into what you're doing, I'm sure you'll achieve great things in this country. And I wish you all the best. And please do not hesitate to contact me or Sukhi ji if you need any more information. Happy to help anytime.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Kishore, for your time. Much
Pleasure.
appreciated.